Heartbreak. Heartbreak often tends to be a lot of people's canning event. And I've always found that interesting because you always have two people on either ends of the spectrum. So you have one set of people that will go down the path of self destruction, and the other set of people that will go down the path of self improvement. So one group will just go on, destroy themselves, drinking, partying. The other group will go on and better themselves mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. And it's quite paradoxical because you have something that will happen to you and you really don't have much control over how you feel for quite a long amount of time, and you're just there wondering, will I ever get better? Will I not get better? And yeah, I'm here to tell y'all about my heartbreak story and the things I did to help me get through it. Now, I was in the um eighth grade, first year in high school, and there was this girl I liked. So we started off, we dated for a while. I think we dated for about 2 to 3 months. And then we broke up, sadly. We broke up, and I kept trying to pursue her for the next 2 to 3 years. Still couldn't get her. At that moment, so in that 2 to 3 years, we were now best friends because we knew each other so well. Yeah, we're now best friends. And she kept dating guys that were very much like me. Mentally, those guys were very much like me. They were into the same things that I was into. And I just never could wrap my head around that concept. It's like, yo, I'm right here. Why not just choose me? And that fucking bothered me for the longest of times. Eventually, it just led to me getting heartbroken time and time and time again. Because she'd tell me about these guys too. Yeah, she'd, she'd tell me about these guys too. The new guy she's dating this week or this month or this year. And I just have to sit there and be like, oh, great. What about us? So fuck that shit. Okay, I'll just get into the first. I'm gonna tell you the three things that helped me get through this. The first thing, after this like 3 to 5 year period, and I decided, you know what, fuck this. I can do better. I will do better. I will do better, and I will get better, and I'll stop feeling like shit all the time. First thing I did was acknowledge the way I feel. I was angry, and I had to validate that. I was angry, but it's not acceptable for me to go around harassing people. So what did I do? I used dark energy productively. I got rid of all the negatives of dark energy and I put it all into the gym. The first thing I did was use dark energy productively. Whenever I'd have the dumbbells on my knees and I'd go for really heavy sets, I'd have an internal dialogue. Okay, so the internal dialogue would go a little bit something like this. I'd be sitting there with the dumbbells on my knees right before my sets. And the number one thing I'll do is replay all the conversations where things didn't go my way, and she was like, "No, we won't be dating." I'll just be there like, "Yeah, okay." So yeah, replay every painful event that happened while I was trying to pursue her, and just start, you know, trash talking yourself. So basically, it's one voice saying, "Look, she was right not to choose you. You can't even fucking do the set. Why would she choose you?" And then you have the other voice saying, "Look, I'm fucking him. I am him. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. I will move this weight. I know this is my first time moving a weight this big before. I know this is my first time moving a weight this big, but I'll fucking go for it. I've never moved this much weight before, but I will come out victorious. I don't give a fuck if I collapse. I don't give a fuck if I end up in the hospital or if I end up dislocated. I don't really care. I will push this weight if it's the last thing I do. And I do not care." So, I mean, yeah, that's basically the whole gist of it. And that forbidden pre-workout has really, really helped me put on a lot of muscle in a way that I didn't think it would. And yeah, you just fucking burn as much energy as you can. Now, the second thing I did to get over this whole heartbreak thing was go hard on self-improvement. At the time I was in high school, I tried to push and get A's at the time. So whether you're in high school or you're in uni, just go hard on self improvement. The number one thing you want to be doing is getting A's. If you're not currently focused on that, then you want to go hard in your business. You want to start reading, and you just want to make sure that you really go hard on everything else. If you're going to the gym, you might want to push a bit harder than you usually do. If you think the gym is not doing it for you, join a fight gym and actually get into fighting. Don't get into fighting in the streets. Always do it in a controlled environment where it's a fight gym, it's a boxing gym, a kickboxing gym, a martial arts gym. Don't be fighting in the streets. Don't be a retard. Okay? You don't want to get stabbed and go to jail, please. So yeah, keep that in mind. Whenever you go through a heartbreak, go hard on your self improvement, harder than you ever could, because you have all this energy. Energy cannot be destroyed nor created. It can only be transferred. Might as well transfer it into something good. Don't just be sitting there all depressed. Get angry. Getting angry is okay. Feeling angry is okay. What's not okay is hurting people for no reason. That's what's not okay. What's not okay is causing harm to others. That's what's not okay. So you might as well use that energy for something good and have a positive outcome out of it. The third thing that I would recommend you do is make plans. Make plans with your friends, family. Always be outside of the house. However, the main reason this is my last point is because if done incorrectly, this can be a very detrimental thing to do. If you have friends that will encourage you to drink, smoke, and indulge in all the bad habits that I've mentioned before in my previous videos, just stay home. Focus on your self-improvement and use that energy to push you towards your goals. Don't be going out with your friends if your friends are going to push you to smoke and drink, because the moment you start indulging in smoking and drinking, you might never stop because the pain is just there, and this thing is just temporarily numbing the pain, of which you'll keep trying to go back to being numb, which means you'll drink more often, you'll smoke more often, and you can't afford that. If you're an ambitious young man, you really can't afford to be drinking and smoking all the time. You want to stay sober, you want to stay sharp, you want to have your killer instinct turned the fuck on. Can't afford to be drinking and smoking every weekend. You really can't. Okay? So yeah, go out, make plans. If you're going to make plans, make sure it's plans that do not include drinking. Stuff like bowling. Make sure it's day events. Stuff like bowling, go-karting, laser tag, or just chilling with your friends without really having substance. If they're going to be having substance, you might as well not go because you'll be pressured into having substance one way or the other. And you're vulnerable at this state. Don't let anyone fool you. You are vulnerable in this state. Easily influenced, looking for anything to get you out of this pain that you're feeling. So yeah, if you have bad friends, don't go out. If you do have good friends, do events that do not include you drinking or getting high. Nonetheless, y'all, stay winning.